These are the real fall fashion trends of 2025. And yes, they flatter women over 50. Let's talk about what's worth adding to your wardrobe before everyone else grabs it up. I have 13 top fashion trends. All my favorite picks are going to be down below, or you can scan the QR code. So let's get into it. Let's start off with number one. I always like to start off with the colors of the season. So we're going to see, think about it as jewel tones, but I think the big color of the year is going to be navy blue. When I was going through looking at all the websites, even like the Nordstrom's like pre-fall sale items, I saw a lot in navy blue. Purses, belts, sweaters, skirts, jackets, so many things. That was just telling me. And everywhere else I was looking I was seeing navy blue over and over again. The second color I saw was like a jewel tone green, which I am here for the green. I think it looks really good. And I also love navy blue. And the next color I would say is more like neutral brown, caramel, like just yummy brown colors are gonna be the biggest colors that you see for fall 2025. Let me know down in the comments if you love the fall fashion or if you're more of a spring summer girl. I love fall fashion. It doesn't really get that cold here in Texas. I like to pretend it does. So we can pull out sweaters and jackets and you can wear third layers. I love it. Let me know down below which one you love. Moving on to number two, accessory trend. Now, I think accessories are gonna be a lot bigger than in most seasons. And the reason why is because a lot of these are just they're gonna elevate your outfit. They're gonna elevate the basics outfit. Statement belts are going to be big and they're gonna be like thicker and wider. They're gonna have lots of studs on them. They're just gonna look really cool. They're gonna cinch in the waist on dresses, on coats. They're just gonna give that feminine look with a big, wide, chunky belt. I think it's really cool. Now, I would also think of it like some vintage ones, some older ones, some like go to like the Real or go to estate sales, try to find some like really old ones. But of course, I will have some more like affordable ones down below if you don't like to do the hunt and find the really unique pieces. But belts are gonna be huge, and not just like a single belt. Also think like multiple belts. I saw like multiple like belts styled on the runway, which look kind of cool. So take some of your old belts. They had them like all different kind of black textured. Some had studs and all that. So kind of think like that. Just throw on a couple of belts and just see how the outfit looks. I think it looks really cool with like dresses and blazers for sure. So think bohemian vintage look. Again, with the belts are going to be like a vintage look. But we're bringing back more of the 70s style. So anything that is like bohemian old vibes. I love a good brooch. Make sure you check out like Etsy has some great brooches. I saw brooches where they had clipped onto made necklaces out of them, wore like multiple on one side. They look cool on like overcoats and stuff like that. I think they add such a dimension and like a cool vibe to it. Take your old black coat and throw some brooches on it, and there you go. Voila. You are trending before you even know it. It's also going to be like a romantic style to all the bohemian vibe accessories. So think of like pearls, not even just like regular pearls. Not that that's like groundbreaking, but like chunkier pearls. It's just like in unique ways. I saw them wearing pearls. I think it was a Chanel show. Not really sure. But they wore it like crossbody. Is like super cool. Just think out of the box sometimes. Layering jewelry. I said in another video, long pendants, okay? You're still gonna use them. They're gonna stack your jewelry. And we're also gonna still see lots of mixed metal. So if you're not a mixed metal person, try out just like some necklaces, all gold, and maybe put some silver earrings. That might be a way to like ease into the trend if you're just like the type of person that just loves like all matchy jewelry or all gold up here and maybe a silver bracelet. Just try that out. It just makes you look a little bit like you didn't think about it so much. You just put all your favorite jewelry on. I kind of like that look. You know, I got this little this little bracelet I've got on with these, but my granddaughter, we picked these up together. So, you know, just throw on some of your favorite jewelry. Think of the looks like from the early 2000s. That's where our accessories are going. I mean, just like bigger earrings, pearl accessories, just all that kind of fun stuff. Trend number 3. This is the one I think is really going to be big, is handbags. And handbags meaning they're going to be slouchy, gushy. They're not going to be like really hard and just like structured. So hobo bags are really going to be big. And warm camels, browns, or like a mahogany color. Think of suede. I think it's going to be huge. We saw suede handbags kind of enter the chat, and we're even going to see it blow up even more in probably every single bag. I also think the East and West bags, suede bags, I kept seeing. So like the smaller versions, those are just going to be really big. So hobos, the East and West, just think of like gushy bags. Like, you know, you just like, they just fall down and like gush. They're soft. You can wear them underneath your arm as like a clutch. Just really cool looking. So we're also going to see suede fringe in embossed bags. Suede was everywhere. We talked about it last year. You're going to see it more enter into fall this year with more on handbags, kind of just like making it a little bit, taking a bag and then add some fringe and it looks a little bit more Western. I saw a lot of embossed, like python, just like solid color, but it was embossed. So think of that, just very slouchy. I think those are really going to be like a huge trend that we see everyone with a slouchy hobo bag. Number 4, we saw it come into play, faux furs, furs. You can buy furs from vintage shops, from Etsy, from garage sales. They're kind of all over. Look at that. They're also going to be on like denim jackets. You're probably going to see fur around the collar or fur around the arm pieces, around the neck. So think of faux fur. You're going to see it in lots of multiple ways. Fur on the shoes, which I don't really prefer, but you will see that. So fur is not going anywhere. So they're going to be in the browns, the blacks, just like the mocha, the polka dot, not polka dots, but you're going to see a lot more like whites and brown furs for sure. Number 5 is about coats. In coats, we're going to see like longer coats, like think maxi coats. In the years past, they've always been either to our knee or maybe to our shin. And on the high street, you really didn't see anything like even longer than that. So you're going to see more streamlined, modern silhouettes on our coats. They're going to be long maxi coats. And this is where you can add your brooches. You can add a cool like faux fur, like stole or something around it. So think of like that. So you are going to see a lot of maxi coats on the high streets, meaning Mango, Zara, H&M, all those fun places, you'll be seeing that. Number 6, you're seeing the resurgence of the office blouse, but we're doing shoulder pads. Yes, shoulder pads are coming back. Now they're not gonna be as like boxy as they used to be. Like Chloe's, Stella McCarthy, and Versace offered a more structured shoulders with a billowy sleeve that just makes it a little bit more feminine. You're going to see lots of bows and tying bows on blouses like that. So you're going to see a lot more of the shoulder pads. It's not going to be so boxy, but it's also going to give you that waist too. For the people that are more body style, that is just like more athletic, where you're just straight, this is going to give you that waist. So think of it that way if you want to add a blouse that gives you more of a defined waist. Number 7, Python fever. Yes, it's everywhere. It's not going anywhere. I saw it everywhere in a lot of accessories, belts and shoes and purses for sure. You will see not just in the typical black and white or black and cream, as you kind of see it through a lot of the fashion brand houses, but you're going to see it in all brown and black and a burgundy and a green. So you are going to see it in a lot of different colors, more of the jewel tone colors. So you will see Python in an array of color theory. You will see it in a lot of jewel tones, which is kind of cool and a little different. So watch out for that. Number 8, suede. Suede is everywhere. Suede is not going anywhere. You're going to see a lot of suede jackets. You're going to see them a little bit more boxier too, meaning cropped and boxier. That's kind of the style you're seeing. You're going to see the suede jackets more like blazers too. longer trench suede jackets. You're gonna see them in multiple colors. We know you can get it in black. There's gonna be lots of different, I think on Zara, it was a lot of blues and reds and all different kind of colors of suede, faux suede, if you will. You know, there's gonna be lots of color out there in the suede. Not just brown by any means. If you like blue or green or anything like that, I saw lots of that as well. Number 9. Lace in like a more modern way. So we're seeing lace to a satin skirt like at the bottom, or a satin shirt with just like a lace piece through here. So you're gonna see a lot of lace added to lots of billowy type of tops with some lace overlay. You're gonna see lots of that because the Bohemian Romantic look is really in. So that's where a lot of the lace is gonna come from. You're gonna see long lace skirts that are mostly see-through, or you're even gonna start seeing maybe even lace like type of like pantyhose type of things, stockings. You're gonna see that lace kind of, you will see lace everywhere. You'll probably be sick of lace, but it's gonna be added even in sweaters. I saw it like lace patchwork on the top with sweaters. Lace is gonna be your new best friend and you don't even know it. Let's move into number 10. This is fall boots. Everyone loves a good fall boot. So what are the boots gonna look like, you ask? Well, they're gonna be very slouchy, very relaxed, kind of like the handbags. Very loud, very relaxed, very slouchy, very effortlessly, just kind of throw them on with jeans and a white top. They're also gonna see like harnesses around there, like buckles and different kinds of leather, or you're gonna see like braided leather around the ankle part. They're also calling them buccaneer type of boots, but you're gonna see some version of that. I think snakeskin boots are gonna be really huge. Also in the boot trend, you're gonna see touches of the Western cowboy look in boots and shoes. They're just gonna have like a Western vibe to it. The Western and the romantic looks are all here this fall, 2024. So if that's your look, you can add to it. But anything with like a Western touch. I mean, the Mark Fisher, every fashion brand house has some kind of Western boot or like a slouchy boot. I would say those are gonna be the biggest trend. I would say the other shoe trend would be like more of a square toe. I'm just not a huge fan of the square toe. Okay, number 11, sneakers. Sneakers are not going away. They got a little bit more slimline. They've had suede. I mean, I even saw yellow suede. I think from Dolce Vita sneakers that were really cool. Pick your favorite color or style of sneaker that is comfortable for you. So don't worry about it has to be a green, a navy, or whatever. Just pick your favorite color and the favorite style that fits your foot. But I would definitely grab up sneakers for this fall. I think they're gonna go a long ways, and especially adding a color into an outfit, I think is really cool and a fresh take on fall outfits, because you typically would think a boot to add a boot. I think it's really cool to add like a cool sneaker to your outfits. Even like your airport outfits, add that cool sneaker that's comfortable. Number 12, the Bohemian Romantic look. So you're gonna see lots of flowy blouses, long skirts, what else? Embroidered jackets. You're just gonna see lots of lace and pearls with the cowboy inspired boots or a slouchy boot. You're just gonna see lots of that. It's just gonna be very romantic, Western kind of vibe this winter. I mean, just think about like a cool lacy kind of skirt and a big chunky sweater with some slouchy boots or whatever. I mean, just kind of think of it like that. It's just going to be really relaxed. And a lot of these items you might already have in your closet. Trend number 13. It started last year. It's coming into play even bigger this year, and that's fringe. Fringe on jackets, fringe on skirts, fringe on bags. I even saw like they had long fringe earrings, necklaces that had like a collar with a long fringe down the middle, belts that had long fringe on it. You're gonna see fringe coming everywhere. But I love a good fringe. I had a bag and a jacket that is really old. Just for like, you can have a basic white dress, throw on a fringe jacket, and then throw on some boots, and it looks Western. Like, that's how easy it is. Any color of fringe, it's just gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be on, like I said, purses, jackets. I saw it everywhere. I like fringe too because it adds that little, like, that movement in the garment that makes it a little cooler. It grabs the eye when you wear it. Just like, I love a good fringe on skirts, you know, down the middle, down at the bottom. I think it's really cool, but it gives that movement and it catches the eye, which is really cool. So that is my top 13 fall fashion trends. Let me know your favorites for fall. Until next time, I'll see ya. Bye, y'all.